23rd of March 2024. Hello YouTube, wherever you are, I hope you are okay. And yes, that means also if you are a Russian, or a Palestinian, or a Libyan, or a Syrian. When I say everyone, I mean everyone. Now, wars and rumors of wars comes to mind. We have a lot of warmongering going on in Europe. Instead of talking peace, instead of trying to de-escalate, it seems that our leaders are hell-bent on keeping the escalation going. And at some point you have to wonder, is it really incompetence? Huh? Or is it by design? It's my long-standing opinion for many years, ever since 9/11, that it is by design. A total breakdown of Europe in a economical collapse, social collapse, breaking up the cohesions of what a country's nationality meant to be in this mix of multiculturalism that clearly will not work. And besides that, where is, the rights of those whose heritage it is in Europe, right? Who gives me the right, a Dutch guy living in Transylvania, Romania, to change the Romanian identity? To force Romania to change its identity to suit, I don't know, mine, whatever that might be. What gives me the right? Huh? Correct. I mean, I need to adapt to this country. This country doesn't need to adapt to me. And that's a logic, a normal given. But it seems they are hell-bent that we change our nations, our identities to fit something we clearly are not. So there you have your breakup of social structures, economic. No investigations in Nord Stream 2 terrorist attack. No public hearings, no outcry for justice by the public for this terror attack on all Europeans, not just Germany. No outcry. Nothing. At the same time, the Ukraine, who calls leaders in the EU, Scholz, a liverwurst, is insulting leaders all over the globe, yet holding its hand up for free loadouts. Give me more money. And those very same EU leaders, they accept this. Likewise, they accept when the Ukraine is blackmailing us Europeans by shutting down the gas pipelines. Yet here they are demanding more sacrifices from the European population, from you and me, from all of us out there. And I think, I really truly think this needs to stop. I think people need to start to realize that all these events, all these protests about one topic or another, they are all sharing one common enemy. Yes, an enemy. Those who betray us Europeans in Brussels. Those. That is your common enemy, not the Russians. First start to clean your own house, because otherwise, well, these insane leaders will keep us leading to insanity. World War III. Yeah. Cold War back on steroids in the best case scenario. Best case scenario. And those people who lived behind the curtain, the Iron Curtain, they know how it will be when this time the Iron Curtain is on the other side. Huh? When the EU shows its true face, that it is like the Soviet era on steroids, the Nazi fascist era on steroids, because they learned from those events how to control the population, and it became only more sophisticated. If the Gestapo and the KGB had the possibilities that these Five Eyes, etc., have, man, they would have a wet dream. They would have a wet dream. Huh? Heaven come true. So yeah, you are already there. We are just missing now this Iron Curtain. But don't be afraid, it's already prepared. Remember the no-fly lists? Remember when people observed that those no-fly lists could turn into no-leave lists? We already see this, that people's bank accounts get closed, that they are banned from traveling. So, and mostly about their opinions, by the way, not because they committed a grievous crimes, no, because they have a different opinion than what those so-called leaders would like to see. Huh? It starts with small. It starts with these YouTube strikes, with these bans on Facebook, on Twitter, on whatever platform. It starts small, but it will end up big. Hence, I keep warning people. And I will keep warning people, regardless bans or strikes. It's very important. It matters to me. I think I've learned a very important lesson from World War II. A lesson a lot of people have forgotten, that you should speak out in front of coming danger, in front of a future totalitarian system, because when you don't, well, you saw what happened in Germany. You saw what happened in the Soviet Republic. You saw how opposition voices got shut down. Very similar to today. Very, very similar. So, It's my firm belief we need to change the system. We need to change the system. And we need to demand this change together. So the farmers in Poland, Holland, France, Romania, Spain, etc., Germany, all over Europe, need to unite their actions as one, not with one leadership that can easily be corrupted. No, out of each other's sympathy for each other's cause, you have a common enemy that dictates from Brussels. Likewise, all the people who suffer in the moment the economic consequences from rising fuel prices all over Europe, making a decision to eat your breakfast or go to your job to fill up your gasoline tank. Yes, this is reality for some people, many. Or the decision between heating your house or not, because otherwise you might have to skip a meal, you and your children. That is a reality for people in Europe. In Europe, in the EU, under the EU. So yes, it's my firm belief, just as firm as those people in Hungary back in the days had a revolution against this totalitarian system, just like the Romanians and the Polish people had their uprising against the totalitarian systems, that we need an uprising, a revolt. And just like our examples of the past, a peaceful one. I gave two examples who were mostly peaceful. All the violence, if you want to call it, came mostly from, yes, from the regime trying to oppress the voice of the people. And the people responded accordingly. But they behaved. They behaved. It would have been quite easily understandable if there had been mob justice. Well, Ceausescu, he faced, of course, kind of a mob justice, no justice at all, no hearing, nothing. He and his missus against the wall. I can see that happen in Europe again, for many leaders. So yes, it's not something I want to propagandize, to have that kind of solutions, but I can see it coming all over Europe. There have been revolts for less than what is happening right now in Europe. So here you are, here I am, spending from every euro you make, on average in Europe, 50% tax. So that leaves you with half a euro. Then they expect you to pay also from that half euro now about a few, let's say 10 euro cent to the Ukraine cause. Then they also want you to spend another 10 euro cent or so more on your energy costs. So you have about 30 euro cent left to feed you. makes kind of very different point of view. Would you agree? When you start to calculate per euro or per dollar what you lost on it, instead of just looking at your paycheck at the end of the month and still perhaps weeping and crying like many, but kind of enrages me more personally when I think about it like that. That from every euro I make, 50 euro cent I give away to the government. And then the other 50 cent is left if you are a family man and have to feed a family, has to feed all the other mouths. Doesn't sound fair to me. I'm opposed against taxes on labor, just like the founding fathers of America. And I agree with their assessment that taxation on labor is state slavery, period. You should only tax profit from commerce. And you should protect your own commerce by taxation of imported commerce. That's how it should be. That's how a healthy economy would be run. So just imagine for a second if you had the other half of that euro or dollar to your assets instead of gone. Poof, gone in the wind, gone in the smoke, to all sorts of bullshits where your interest is not considered, like the Ukraine. So yes, it's a little bit of my thoughts about our current state of affairs, the 23rd of March 2024. Thank you for listening. If you did like what I had to say, if you can appreciate it, well, this is the first time I say like and share then. Huh? Who knows? Maybe we can finally start to get a real form of resistance going, a peaceful resistance, in which people will start to listen.